Hello everyone and welcome back to another trip report. Today I'm rushing here at Sydney Kingsford Smith International Airport Terminal 2. I'm short of breath because today I have around 2 minutes to check in for my flight JQ537 to Melbourne. There it is. So yeah, I'll be flying to Melbourne for JQ437 on a Boeing 787-9 Dreamliner.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, final backdrop check-in for JQ537, 7:30 departure through to Melbourne, Tullamarine. If you've not checked in on backdrop for this service,
Check-in very swiftly done. Now let's head through last minute security. Now through security. Didn't take long at all. Also, I do just want to apologise for the super quick start to this video, as my Qantas flight was about 50 minutes late in from Armidale. Anyways, now let's head to the gate, which is gate 45, as we should be boarding in a few minutes. Also, Jetstar used these Boeing 787s on select few times. I think there's 2 every day at the moment, from Sydney to Melbourne and Melbourne to Sydney. Due to extremely high demand at the moment because of COVID. Just made a final boarding call for our flight, which is right at the end of the terminal, just here. Well, not just here, but just down there. Also, our plane for today, I believe, should be VH-VKI, a 2014 built Jetstar Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner, which was delivered to Jetstar in 2015, brand new. Let's go see if we can have a look at it. So here it is, VH-VKI. Anyways, let's go over here to gate 45 and board. Hi. Okay, now let's board. Very excited to be flying on a wide body again, and also my first time on a Dreamliner or 787-8. Sorry. Hi. Thank you. Wow, I can't tell you guys how nice it feels to be in a wide body again. Looks so much different to the narrow bodies.
Please remember to keep your face mask
with the aisles in the middle. Sorry, 2 aisles too.
make sure it's covering your nose.
Anyways, there's around 320 or so seats in economy class here in a 3-3 configuration, and in business class there is just a bit over a dozen, I think, business class seats in a 2-3-2 configuration at the front. The mood lighting is also awesome. My seat for today shall be 46A on the left side of the aircraft, which does have an IFE. I'm not too sure if it's available in this flight though. Now on board the beautiful Boeing 787-8 Dreamliner. Still feels so amazing to be in a wide body aircraft again, especially since I just got off a Q300. View of the wing, as always on a Dreamliner, is stunning. You can also dim the window, but I won't do that because occasionally they decide to lock the tint, which is annoying. Anyways, let's go through the seat features of this aircraft. There is an IFE here, and yeah, you have to plug in your headphones, but then you actually do seem to be able to watch movies and everything, which I wasn't actually expecting. Oh, sorry, never mind, you actually can't really watch much of that. But as you can see, there are a few good movies around the place, so that's good. I'll go through that in a bit more detail later on. Anyways, the rest of the seat features just here. We have, so you can pull the tray table back and then push it back in, but it is not foldable. Please excuse behind me. And then just here you have the seat back pocket, which has safety card, a menu which I'll check out later, and also 2 sick bags. Legroom on this plane is standard, however impressively it is better than the Qantas 737. So this is really good, and by far Jetstar's best plane in terms of legroom, and perfectly comfortable even for a long haul flight. And yeah, there's a little bit of seat pitch, but nothing too much. The seat's really comfy, and there's also a small headrest which is easily adjustable, which is nice. Okay, now that I'm all settled and got my phone, well, my phone was charging, let's go through the in-flight menu, which is new from Jetstar. So what's new is this sandwich here, which is vintage cheddar, salad, egg, mayo, lettuce. That looks not too bad. And then there's a nice wrap here too. These light meals are on the side, but I might get a toasty or something later because I don't really feel like that. But I have not eaten for a while. Then over here we have soft drinks. There's heaps of soft drinks, plenty of options, including a few no sugar options. Then there's also a few sweet snacks, just here. Salted caramel and white choc bites. They sound really tasty. I might have to get some of them. And just a few savoury snacks, like cheese and crackers. All of this, very nice menu overall from Jetstar. Then we have some wine and stuff. But yeah, and the prices aren't too bad. I'm not going to say it's cheap, but it's actually not bad at all. And then over here, it's just a few hot drinks. I'm actually very surprised that they have chai tea. And then we also have merch and gifts. But yeah, that's it. And also, what's this on the back? This is international meals, which actually don't look too bad. But yeah, not really good for a flight of this length. That's the seat features of this aircraft. Oh, sorry, and there's also a USB port down here and a headphone port to plug into this. Also, I did just realise when looking at the movies that apparently if you want to watch these movies you can, but you do have to pay since it's not an international flight. Because on international flights I think you pay like $20 and then you have access to everything. But I believe on this flight you still do have access to things such as Flight Map. Yep, you sure do. And then if we have a look at this, you can have a look at information about the aircraft, but I already know a bit about that. And yeah, not really too much to do on here, but still better than nothing. Now, after a long wait, time for pushback. Also, this window is a little bit dirty.
Cabin crew outdoors.
Hello again. We want you to have a safe and enjoyable flight. So please listen closely while we take you through the safety requirements for our Boeing 787. Your crew are highly trained to help keep you safe, so make sure you listen to and follow their instructions. As we get underway, please make sure your personal electronic devices are in a flight safe mode or otherwise completely switched off. Your carry-on baggage and larger electronic devices should now be placed either under the seat in front of you or in an overhead locker. Check that your seat back is upright, your tray table is stowed away, and your arm and headrests are lowered. The seatbelt sign above you will be illuminated whenever you must have your seatbelt fastened. To fasten your seatbelt, clip the buckle and clasp, and pull on the loose strap to tighten. Undo the seatbelt by lifting the buckle flap. This out by pulling down on the red tag. You can top up your life jacket by blowing into this mouthpiece. The life jacket
Now, took about 10 seconds to taxi here. Just holding short of this runway. I'm not too sure if we're planning to take off from this runway. I don't believe we would be. But anyways, just holding short for a few minutes. Cabin lights have also been dimmed for takeoff. Also, it might be a little bit bumpy. Probably shouldn't be too bad though because of the plane that we're flying on. It's very good at handling turbulence. But there is a little bit of lightning and thunder in the background out there. Also in the background there's been a bit of lightning, and you can see vaguely a Singapore Airlines 747-400 cargo, which I think just landed, which is what we were waiting for. So we should shortly be taking off on 16 right. Probably just saw in the background there's a lot of lightning and thunder going on. I'm not too sure I'm not taking off just yet. Quick update. I have a feeling that we are just waiting for the weather to clear up a little bit here on the taxiway, because there aren't any planes landing right now, and there's a couple other planes. There's a Virgin Australia 737 behind us and a Hong Kong Airlines A330 on the other side waiting for takeoff. So
First Officer Michael Burke and Captain Ryan Moorcook. I'd like to welcome you on board. We're just sitting at the holding point here. As you can probably gather, there's weather moving through the airport at the moment. So there is a storm moving through Bondi Bay at the moment. So as such, no one's taking off. So we are waiting for that to blow through towards the east before we can go. As always, safety is the first consideration, so that's why we are sitting here on the ground. And once that storm goes through, we should be able to commence our takeoff roll for Melbourne.
still been waiting here now for around half an hour. Also, the captain did come and announce that this is probably 5 minutes ago, he said it'd be about 10 more minutes. We are waiting for storm to pass, but it appears that finally airplanes are now being cleared to take off, because I can see a Virgin 737 which is just about to take off, I think. There we go. Now that the Qantas plane's landed, now time to taxi on the runway for takeoff. Ascending through the clouds, experiencing just a little bit of turbulence, but not too bad considering the amount of winds and lightning and everything that there's been around here. But yeah, pretty actually. I would say this flight's only like 70% full. A lot more people in the front than there is back here. again, it just keeps getting lighter. I have a feeling that the reason it was so dark in Sydney was probably solely because of the storm. Anyways, seatbelt sign, as you heard, just was switched off, and so hopefully the in-flight service should be starting. And yeah, getting a stunning view out the wing here this evening. We are now just passing through 35,000 feet. Cabin crew, I believe, short time ago, started their flight service, which you do have to pay for, but the prices aren't too bad, and I will be getting a few things from there later. Also, you can't see it now because we're through the clouds, but it is so cool to see the Dreamliner's wings flex up and down in the turbulence. Also, as you can see, I do have my flight map on here, which is handy, and that's also how I know how high up we are. So the cabin crew just came around and took our order. So I did order ham and cheese toasty as well, but that won't come just yet. So yeah, that'll be coming, she said, in around 15 minutes. There we go. You can see that a little bit better. So that's my salted caramel white choc cookies, and also the lemon and lime mineral water.
As you enter the terminal building, quarantine detector dogs operate in some terminals. Thank you.
Now I have around 27 minutes until landing. Just going through 38,000 feet, quite a steep descent. In saying that, we have started our descent into Melbourne with a beautiful sunset view out here, combined with the 787 wing, just looks amazing. Still haven't received my ham and cheese toasty, so I'm expecting that quite soon. Only a couple minutes later, oop, there we go, lights are on, as we should be landing in around 20 minutes, and I have got my ham and cheese toasty, which I haven't tried it just yet, but it looks very, very tasty. There's also a pre-landing video being played right now, but I've had this before, and if it's the same as last time, it's really tasty. Now only around 10 minutes until landing, getting a absolutely stunning view outside of the window with this nice sunset in the background, the clouds and the wing. Seatbelt sign is now on, and the cabin crew came around to do a final collection of rubbish, and should now be landing any minute. Well, in 9 minutes. Now just started our approach and landing into Melbourne. Unfortunately, I do normally zoom out a bit more to give you guys better perspective and more to see, but I'm going to have to zoom in for you to actually be able to see the wing.
Welcome to Melbourne. Jetstar would like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of this land. We'd also like to pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging.
Now just taxiing into gate number 12, because I think that's one of the few gates here in Melbourne that here in Melbourne Terminal 4 might actually be the only gate that can fit a Dreamliner. now just quickly before I deboard the plane, I'll show you the seat. This is the headrest, which folds very nicely. And then that's the actual seat, the IFE, and there. Now deboarding. We actually get to deboard through a jet bridge, which is something nice for a change for Jetstar. Thank you. Oh, here we are back in Melbourne. Also, nice thing about being on the Dreamliner is you get to always deboard through gate 12, which is super close to the food court. Anyways, I'm going to end this trip report here. I'm going to go up here, get some food, and take a photo of the plane. Whatever, we'll conclude this trip report now. Well, I would say this is probably the best Jetstar flight that I've ever been on, and I personally prefer it considering the price difference. I do prefer it to Qantas, Virgin, and maybe even Rex. Probably not Rex actually, because they really have a really nice price. But yeah, service was great. The crew were just, some of them were friendly, some of them weren't as friendly, but still none of them were rude or anything. And service on board obviously is not much. Entertainment, weren't really allowed to do anything on there without paying. But yeah, anyways, considering the price, which is, I can't remember exactly, but the base price often for that flight is around $60, and that is really good considering you have a really comfy seat, comfy headrest, big and nice plane as well. So I really enjoyed that flight, and I would highly recommend the Jetstar Boeing 787.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is now the final boarding call of the Jetstar flight JT572
Thank you all for watching this video. A like and a subscription if you enjoyed would be very much appreciated. However, of course, it's optional. And yeah, if you would like to see more of my videos, I do have a playlist with them. And if you want to know what I have coming up in the future, check out my website, which is in the description, as well as more information about this flight. And yeah, but thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video.